Button, Hill, Alonso and Kovalainen, the names of the drivers who had their breakthrough in Budapest, winning their first Grand Prix right here. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Phoenix lines up on pole position, and the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Hamilton, Norris, Liam Lawson, Oscar Piastri, Gasly, Ocon, Albon, Perez, Magnussen, Verstappen, Ricciardo, Joe, Tsunoda, Bottas, Leclerc, Sargent, and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway.
Okay, we've got that relief of having points on the board finally, so let's keep that form up and get another top 10 finish today, please. Okay, so let's go through all the gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs. Okay, copy that. We're not expecting any changes to the weather today. It should be dry throughout. Got that confirmed. Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Okay, Sainz is behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 2.1 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are just one lap old. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. And the time last lap was a 1:29.8. Confirmed. DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Gap to your teammate behind is 4.6 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're currently 5th. Your last lap time was a 1:25.0. Third, and so the difference is 3.3 seconds. Time last lap was a 1:24.7. Sainz behind you now. And the gap behind us is 2.6 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 24.4. Okay, you have 3 stops remaining, 3 stops left in this strategy. You've got 11 laps until your pit window opens. Okay, Sainz is behind you. We're leading the car behind by 2.0 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 6 laps old. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. Your last lap time was a 1:24.8. They're in third, and the gap is 3.6 seconds. Time last lap was a 1 minute 24.6. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 7.8 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're currently 5th, and the time last lap was a 1:25.3. Understood, copy that. Okay, copy that. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Russell behind. Okay, gap to the car behind. 1.3 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 12 laps old. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 26.6. static over the radio. Say it again. Repeat that, I've got some interference here. Okay, we have 3 scheduled stops remaining now. 3 stops remaining. Your pit window is going to open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps. Tyre condition still looking good. Okay, car behind trailing us, 3.7 seconds. Didn't receive that. Repeat the message, repeat the message. Hamilton's behind you now. Okay, push, push. Gap to the car behind, 3.7 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 13 laps old. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. Time last lap was a 1:25.2. We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums. That's Hamilton behind. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 3.7 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. And the time last lap was a 1:25.2. Window's open, so let's box this lap, box this lap. Okay, be careful, we think you're going to start losing some tyre grip anytime now. Our gap behind is 2.1 seconds.
And away we go. No problems, really smooth. Aston Martin will no doubt be very happy with that stop.
Okay, 2 stops left now, 2 stops. P6, you got P6. Ocon is ahead of you. They're on old mediums. Hamilton behind you now. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, gap to leader, 7.0 seconds. You've got 18 laps until your pit window opens. Russell's ahead of you now. Okay, gap ahead is 20.6 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Coming to fit the mediums. Car ahead now running medium tyres. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, Russell's ahead. Our gap to the car in front is 2.3 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are just 1 lap old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Your last lap time was a 1:41.4. That's Hamilton behind. Okay, the gap behind is 3.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 2 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Time last lap was a 1:25.2. Please repeat, you're breaking up. Second place, you're in second place. That's Russell just ahead. Push for the position. Okay, gap to the car ahead is 1.7 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Piastri's behind. Your pit window opens in 15 laps time. Okay, 50 laps to go. Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. Got that confirmed. I didn't catch that, mate. Just say it again. Say that again. We're having trouble receiving you. Okay, the static over the radio. Say it again. Right, we have 2 stops left in this strategy. 2 more stops planned. You've got 11 laps until your pit window opens. Okay, Russell's behind you now, and the gap behind us is 0.9 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 6 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. And the time last lap was a 1:23.5. Gap to your teammate behind is 35.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Your last lap time was a 1:24.3. now. 2 stops remaining in this strategy. Your pit window opens in 8 laps' time. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Pack, that's P1. Russell behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh mediums. Your pit window opens in 5 laps time. 5 laps. Okay, 40 laps to go now. Okay, there are 45 laps of fuel remaining. teammate by 39.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. They're in 13th place. Time last lap was a 1:24.6. Okay, we're approaching the pit window. You're going to be on softs. Yellow flag. Green flag. box this lap, push hard on the inlap. Okay, so the car behind's just come in. They're now on the soft tyre. Soft tyres on the car behind. Okay, Russell's behind you now. We're leading the car behind by 21.1 seconds. They're on fresh softs. We think they've got one more stop. Pitting this lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap.
And away we go. No problems, really smooth. Aston Martin will no doubt be very happy with that stop.
Okay, one stop to go. Just one stop left in this strategy. Okay, he's sat in P2. Russell's ahead of you now. They're on fresh softs. Norris behind. Okay, gap to the car behind. 18.2 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs, and that's 33 laps to go. Liam is in the pit lane. Liam's in the pits now. And so that's 38 laps of fuel remaining. Second place, you're in second place. Okay, Russell's ahead. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 2.3 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Norris is behind you. Okay, car behind trailing us. 2.2 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. And that's 33 laps to go. seconds. Hamilton's behind you now. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 5.8 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. We think they've got 1 more stop. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 25.3. Fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. Gap to your teammate behind is 46.4 seconds. Catching the car in front by about a second a lap. Okay, we think the underbody's incurred some slight damage, but nothing too serious at the moment, just be careful. First position, front of the pack. Russell behind, less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. Okay, your pit window opens in 9 laps time. Okay, 28 laps to go. Okay, the underbody's taken some damage. You might start to notice it soon. Tyre condition still looking good. Okay, Russell's behind you now. Our gap behind is 1.5 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 8 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Looks like the car behind has a small amount of damage to the front wing, but it doesn't seem to be affecting performance. Just be aware. Your last lap time was a 1:25.5. Okay, we think the underbody's incurred some slight damage, but nothing too serious at the moment, just be careful. Confirmed. Russell behind, behind is 3.6 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, they've done 10 laps on those tyres. We think they've got one more stop. The car behind has some damage to its front wing, but pace is currently unaffected. Time last lap was a 1 minute 24.9. You only have to stop once now. One stop left. You're leading the pack. That's P1. Okay, Russell's behind you now. And the gap behind us is 4.6 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Your pit window opens in 5 laps time. 5 laps. 24 laps to go. Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more. Russell behind. We're leading the car behind by 7.3 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 13 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The car behind has minor front wing damage, and the time last lap was a 1:25.0. Window and you're going to be on mediums. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Okay, gap to the car behind. 7.7 seconds. Okay, we want you to pit this lap, so push now, push.
And away we go. No problems, really smooth. Aston Martin will no doubt be very happy with that stop.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, you sat in P2. That's Russell just ahead. Push for the position. Okay, they're on old softs. Norris behind. Okay, car behind trailing us, 20.1 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Okay, 18 laps to go. Okay, we need to push now. Use the overtake button for more power. Russell's ahead of you now. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 9.9 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 18 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The car ahead has damaged the front wing, but it seems fairly minor. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 26.0. Norris is behind you. Okay, push, push. Gap to the car behind. 4.2 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, they've done 15 laps on those tyres. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1:23.9. Copy. 43.9 seconds. So weather shouldn't play a factor today. We're expecting it to remain dry all the way through. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Okay, Russell's ahead. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 2.4 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 19 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The car ahead has some front wing damage, but it's not losing too much pace yet, just be aware. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 26.3. First position, front of the pack. Okay, Russell's behind you now. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Caution, caution. I've got some interference here. They're in 19th place. Your last lap time was a 1:24.6. That's Hamilton behind. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 13.1 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 3 laps old. Time last lap was a 1 minute 23.2. Okay, Liam's dropped out of the race. Hamilton's behind you now. Our gap behind is 0.3 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 13 laps to go. In first position, front of the pack. That's Hamilton behind. Okay, the gap behind is 15.6 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Look after these tyres now. You want to finish the race on this compound. And 11 laps to go. Laps of fuel remaining. we're leading the pack. That's P1. Hamilton behind you now, and the gap behind us is 16.0 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. And that's 8 laps to go. That's Hamilton behind. We're leading the car behind by 17.1 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 11 laps old now, and the time last lap was a 1:23.3. Okay, the underbody's taken some damage. You might start to notice it soon. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. And that's 8 laps of fuel remaining. Hamilton behind you now. Okay, gap to the car behind. 17.0 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 13 laps old. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 23.3. That's Hamilton behind. Okay, car behind trailing us, 16.6 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Time last lap was a 1:23.4. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining. Position, front of the pack. Hamilton's behind you now. Okay, push, gap to the car behind. 16.7 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. 2 laps left. Next time by will be your final lap. That's Hamilton behind. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 17.5 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 16 laps old. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 23.4. fantastic drive. That's just fantastic. Amazing. You deserve that race win. Well done, mate.
A victory for Aston Martin. The team will certainly be celebrating tonight.
Natalie, fill us in. What was it that helped the team achieve their success today?
I want to know if that was as easy as it looked. An absolute masterclass today.
You can see them on their way out to the podium now. Aston Martin really are making waves in this sport. And what a special race this was to see them earn the top spot. So let's see how the drivers' standings have changed. Phoenix increases their championship lead. Let's focus on driver of the day, Natalie Pinkham. Come on, who do you pick?
I have to give it to Phoenix.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes moved to the top of the table. Well, that certainly was an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.